First of all, I'm not Ronda because Ronda couldn't win an Olympic gold medal. And second of all, you are a great
She beat
fighter.
you.
You're
She
tough.
beat
You're
you.
hard.
She beat you,
She
didn't she? Ronda beat
doesn't
you.
hold a candle to my career, and it doesn't matter because it's not about
She
that.
beat
You and
you,
I are
and,
going to
and
get
wasn't it
locked
your
inside of a
manager that was
You and
literally
I are going to
saying
get
that
locked
you're going to
inside of a cage,
surpass all
and
of
I've
Ronda's
prepared 25
accomplishments?
hard
You
hits.
haven't been able to
I know
do
you're
that
going to
yet.
bring it on. I know you've got nothing to lose. I know that you're going to throw the kitchen sink at me because you have no idea how you're going to beat me. And on June 7th, I'm going to put a
Right.
hurting on you.
Okay. Okay. Ooh, I'm so scared she's gonna put a hurting on me.
Listen, kid, sit here and tell me that you are not excited for that fight, because I am, man. UFC 316 is this weekend, man, and I can finally say that this will be the defining moment in my career. This will be the moment where all of MMA YouTube realizes that I am the true best MMA YouTuber ever, probably. Because Sean O'Malley is getting the belt back. You know, I've watched countless MMA creators already make their predictions on UFC 316. Lucas Glazy, Bedtime MMA Guru, and they're all saying that Merab Dvalishvili is going to beat Sean O'Malley. But there's one contrarian. There's one big contrarian in this situation, and that contrarian is the MMA Outpost. And when the MMA Outpost gets his prediction of Sugar Sean O'Malley bouncing Merab Dvalishvili's head off the canvas come Saturday night, everyone will come to realize that I am the best MMA YouTuber ever, dude. So make sure to subscribe. I really am excited for this pay-per-view, dude, because we're coming off Macy Blanchfield versus Aaron What? I don't even know who's Aaron Blanchfield versus Macy Barber. One of the worst. Not, I won't say one of. That is simply the worst card I've ever seen. We had 9 fights. We didn't have a main event. Literally, Macy Barber had a seizure right before she was supposed to walk out. Aaron Blanchfield called her unprofessional. People are crashing out. And before that, we didn't even have a UFC card. And before that, we were in like the Apex. So finally, we are having a break, dude. I mean, UFC 315 wasn't that bad, but UFC 316, I'm seeing a lot of people saying there's not a lot of star value on this card. Listen, kid, the biggest star in the sport, what's the question? Yeah, Sean O'Malley's the biggest star in the sport, dude. That's not a debate. I am so excited for this card, man. The vibes for me, all the countdowns, dude, is getting me truly excited. We have guys like Kevin Holland, guys like Patchy Mix making their debut, guys like Kelvin the Fatty Gastelum against Joe Pyfer, the Mexican hater. We have Juliano Horseface Pena taking on Kayla Harrison. That is something that I want to touch. I want to touch on that fight a lot on this video. And obviously, we have Merab the Machine Dvalishvili, who everyone is pretending to like all of a sudden. This is what I want to talk about first in this video. Listen, kid, at UFC 306, heading into that fight, everyone hated Merab Dvalishvili. Everyone and their mother hated Merab Dvalishvili. Merab wins that fight. Okay. Merab's getting a little bit more fans. You know, he does some little antics in the fight, like kissing Sean O'Malley on his back. He wins the title. He yaps. You know, that's the Merab iconic thing. Then UFC 311 comes around. Everyone starts to hate Merab again, dude. Umar Nurmagomedov. That's the man, dude. That's the future bantamweight champion. He's gonna beat Merab, bro. And then obviously Merab puts on a show, dude. I'm not going to call that a domination because it was a very back and forth fight. But Merab was emoting throughout the fight, which made it look like he was a lot more clear winner, but he wasn't. And Merab, obviously, with the emoting, showed that he can get some fans, dude. And after that Umar Nurmagomedov fight, the whole world of MMA shifted. Everyone just pretended like Merab Dvalishvili, bro, he's never been boring, bro. Merab's never been boring, bro. The wrestling, the grappling, striking, Merab has it all. No, he does not, man. It's been one fight. Don't forget how boring UFC 306 was in the Spear, one of the biggest cards of all time, and how boring that was. Don't forget when this kid laid on Peter Yan for 5 rounds. Don't forget that. Don't forget when everyone was just hating on this guy for no reason. And one good fight that was purely only entertaining because of Umar Nurmagomedov and maybe a little bit of Merab's emotes. That was it was Merab versus Umar Nurmagomedov, fight of the year for me. But that does not mean he's an entertaining fighter. One good fight does not make you an entertaining fighter. Everyone likes Merab Dvalishvili, and I think some of that is because after that Umar Nurmagomedov fight, a lot of people realized how good Merab Dvalishvili actually is. You know, whether you hate him or not, Merab Dvalishvili, he's really good, and a lot of people came to terms with it. A lot of people were like, okay, Merab's gonna be the champion for a long time, so we might as well like him. I assume that's what went through a lot of people's brains. And I like Merab, dude. I fed into everyone's delusions. I fed into this propaganda that the UFC is giving us with these little skits with Merab. With Merab's hanging out with Aljo and their like bromance that they have going on. Listen, I'm a bigger Merab fan than I was going into the first fight between these two guys. I'm still not that big of a Merab fan. Obviously, I started this channel because of Sean O'Malley. This is Sean O'Malley's first fight on this channel. He needs to win, dude. I will cry. Delete the YouTube channel. Cancel everything, man. Don't expect me to see me for 2 months if Sean O'Malley does not win. I'm just so excited for this card, dude. Sean O'Malley, he's getting the belt back. I'm gonna be making a lot of videos on the main event, Merab Dvalishvili versus Sean O'Malley. I think in a couple days I'm gonna make a video talking about how the first fight was actually closer than people think. And obviously I'm gonna make my prediction video for Merab Dvalishvili versus Sugar and Sean O'Malley. And after that, I'll make a prediction video for the whole card as a whole, I guess. But dude, I've said it before. This card is gonna be a banger. This is gonna be exciting, and I think a fight that a lot of people are starting to talk about now. Juliana Pena versus Kayla Harrison, dude. This fight's heating up, man. This fight's heating up, and with the implications of Amanda Nunes, she might be coming back to face the winner of this. You know, she's kind of teased it. A lot of people are starting to turn their heads to this matchup due to the reason this literally being Dricus du Plessis versus Khamzat Chimaev, the girl version. This is a bad fight, dude. I love this fight. The hype to this fight, dude. I mean, it feels kind of forced, but I'm still digging it, dude. That the interview, I guess, the face-to-face on call on Zoom they had like last week, not even last week, a couple days ago, they just put it out. That was entertaining, dude. It was funny seeing Juliana Pena crash out. It was fun seeing Kayla Harrison try to play the humble girl who's gonna knock out Pena probably. I mean, I don't know who's gonna win this fight, but you know, throughout everything, the promos, the first UFC 316 press conference we had a couple months ago, when Juliana Pena was just giving that stupid smirk on her face. Listen, dude, this is gonna be a good fight. Women's MMA as a whole lately. Listen, kid. This is women's MMA is starting to spice up, man. Like Zhang Weili, she might be going up to fight Valentina Shevchenko, dude. And I'm all for it, dude. I'm all for a scrappy women's MMA fight, dude. I like those type of fights. You know, a lot of people don't like the type of women's MMA fight where they're kind of wrestling, they have some good exchanges, maybe a little knockdown, maybe a little fluke knockdown, you know, some elbows on the ground, a crucifix by Valentina Shevchenko. I like these scrappy women's MMA fights. I've always been a fan of them. And a lot of people, like Lucas Tracy, after the Valentina Shevchenko versus Manon Fiorot fight, this kid was crashing out. He was saying how much he hates when Valentina Shevchenko fights for no reason. Dude, I love myself some scrappy women's MMA fights. And listen, this is exactly what that's going to be. I'm going to be witnessing Juliana Pena throwing some haymakers in the 5th round when Kayla Harrison's on her knees trying to get Pena to the ground. This is a great fight. UFC 316 is going to be a banger of a card. I'm excited to see what Patchy Mix can do. I'm excited to see if Kevin Holland can go out there and pull off something, pull off a fluky submission over Vincente Luque. I'm excited to see if Joe Pyfer is going to be able to put Kelvin Gastelum to sleep, who's never been knocked out. Listen, this is a great card, and if you don't think so, well then you're a clown. And that's going to do it for today's video. I'm excited for this. This whole week's going to be a banger, and I'll see you guys in the next one. MMA Outpost out.